I want to share a big secret with you. It is not what you'll be finding on a motivational poster or in the fortune cookies. It is something that make you feel like, wait, wait, is that me? Yes, it is you. But before that, let me ask you a question. Imagine this, you are deep into a book, reaching an exciting part of the story, and suddenly finds the last page is missing. How did you feel? Disappointed? Or even frustrated? But did you ever stop imagine how that story might have ended? Life is like this unfinished book in many ways. Some chapters are complete while others pause unexpectedly. Today, I want to take you on a journey to see the beauty. Yes, you heard it right. The beauty of the incomplete stories. I'm Srinivasan Gopalakrishnan, and today I want to explore with you the beauty of the incomplete stories and why it is okay not to have all the answers. Let's talk about why these incomplete stories are not a failure but as an opportunity to find beauty in the place where the answers are missing. Well, incomplete stories aren't unique. They wave through every part of life. For a child, it might be a toy that he longs for but never receives. A teenager dreams of his college acceptance that slips away. An adult carries friendships that diverge and career that fades. This is universal. Let us see the three different people with three different mindsets and three different ages. What makes them unique? Or what is something common between at all ages? Well, it's incompleteness. At every age, there is a longing. There is a what if and unfinished sentences in our narratives. Yet, often, why do we picture these as a failure? Let me share something from my own life. Growing up, I had many dreams. Dreams that didn't go as planned. There were exams I worked tirelessly for just to see my name missing on the merit list. There were friendships I thought would last forever just to watch them drifting over time. And there were moments I asked myself, why? Why wasn't my effort enough? Why did the story end before I wasn't ready for it to? But later I found something profound. The beauty of these things does not lie in the final chapter or in the conclusion. The beauty is the way they get through and the way they shape us along. Well, now let's recollect what's one story in your life that is incomplete and you are still holding on to. It is something that you work hard for and misses by a fraction. Well, if that's the case, imagine what did that story teaches you. What is one thing that you learn from it? Did it make you stronger or it led down you to a different path? Well, let's keep it apart. Everyone have your own favorite music, right? Your own favorite music director, your own favorite composer, or whomever it is. Now imagine what if your favorite music is incomplete. Let me share a story of Franz Schubert, Symphony Number 8, which is famously known as the Unfinished Symphony. Schubert only composed two movements of this symphony, leaving it incomplete for many reasons still unknown. Despite being incomplete, it is one of the most beautiful and haunting pieces of the classical music ever written. Fascinating, isn't it? Now what's most fascinating is its very own incompleteness add to its charm. It invites listeners that even incomplete stories hold the immense beauty within it. Now, let's take a moment and appreciate ourselves for the journey we went through along. the lessons we learn through our incomplete stories. Every incomplete story has something unique within it. When I start preparing for this TED talk, I have many questions in my mind. Are we the only one who faces these kind of challenges, this kind of incomplete story? Later, I found that no. Even nature too holds incomplete stories. Think of a cocoon which doesn't develop, and think of a seed that hasn't sprouted. The beauty of these things does not lie in the final chapter, yet the magic is in the transformation, the journey which they undergo. Even the greatest chapters in the history holds the incomplete stories. Think of an inventor who failed 100 times to finding a bulb. Their stories weren't linear, yet it is one of the most inspiring stories in the history that ever written. Now, every incomplete story brings us questions. The question for the future, like what come next? Who am I after all these setbacks? Now, these questions guide us to think us beyond our present to shape our future. And now I request everyone to see your incomplete stories not as a failure, but as a work in progress. What if, instead of what's unfinished, we celebrated it? We celebrated and we appreciate the moments we learned. Now, let's just flip a coin and see the other perspective. If every story in our life ends perfectly, where would be the adventure be? If a child get everything he wishes for, will they ever learn the value of what they have? If a teenager get to his dream college effortlessly, will they ever know the joy of perseverance? And if an adult didn't face as a setback, will they ever appreciate their success? At every story, there is an incomplete story, an incomplete phase of life. So, in the end, success is not a journey. It is a destination. It is the journey we go through, the process we undergo, the lessons we learn. As you move out of here today, remember our stories are beautiful because it is incomplete. So, next time when you feel frustrated by an incomplete story, just think about that. It is not the destination that defines us. It is the embrace and it is the willingness to face the uncertainty and the incomplete stories. With this, I'm in my talk and I gonna insist everyone that our stories are beautiful because it is incomplete. Thank you.